Hey everybody, what's up? So I want to talk about a book that I've read a couple times called The Desperate Bargain by David M. Gill. You can get this on Amazon. Um, I got the e-reader version first, and thank you, David, for the copy of the book. But I always think of him as Dick because he does have a YouTube channel called Nothing Too Stupid. I think he's a very talented and funny guy. Yes, I've talked to him through YouTube and on Facebook. And the thing is, the way he wrote the book, and I'm not going to say this because the dude's a good friend, awesomely talented, but because of the fact that he did write a good book. The book basically focuses on this failed writer who sees an ad in the paper saying, hey, I need somebody to watch this house. Everything is going to be supplied to you. You only have to keep an eye on my dad every now and then. And he calls the number in the ad, and he kind of tosses around the idea of he's going to take, and he decides to. His life is basically crap. That is the main characters. Um, and his water's getting shut off, his electricity, his rent's past due. He's going to basically end up homeless, and he decides to take it because what's the worst that could happen? And the old man basically finds out that he's supposed to be in there to keep an eye on, play, like Scrabble with him every now and then, just interact with him, learn about him, and he calls him Mr. Ryder. There's no names, but I feel like because the way the book is written, the the main character is basically this nobody, you know, and there are people in society that are like that they try to get an opportunity to better themselves. He figures he'll take the time to write his book. You don't learn the old man's name, and the old man at one point goes, you're not the first to take this job and do things that a certain that I need, because there is kind of something you learn that the house is really haunted, and there's secrets that the ghosts don't want you to find out. And he starts to learn more and more about why the house is haunted. You know, why is the old man there? Why the old man's son who hired him doesn't show up? You know that he's getting supplies. He knows he's being watched because at one point he calls the old man's son, and his son's like, "Look, you have everything. You had nothing. Now you at least have a roof over your head. You have all these conveniences." I did ask David, okay, even though I was thinking it was Dick because of his YouTube channel. Sorry, man. But, um, and different other reasons. I asked him about it, and he said, yeah, there are loopholes in the book. And I just want to say that could have been tied up. But I applaud it, and I really wish more people saw this book because so many writers, go unnoticed because we have all these people who are major writers that their stuff gets promoted. And that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about this book. Like I said, I think it's a good book. Has a lot in it that you don't expect. And there definitely is stuff in here that I was going, okay, I wasn't expecting this. Um, the mystery that's involved with the house itself, the haunting, what's the deal with this old man, and why he can only talk to his son over the phone. I will say that there was one part where I was reading it and I had to go back. Like, there's something I'm missing. And there's a particular word I'm going, it'd be funny if this was this backwards and I was right. And the old man encourages him to basically try to stay in the house, to work everything out, because the hauntings are the mean something. They're and everything that they're hiding is symbolic to how the story ends. And at one point, he tells him, the guy, he goes, once I'm gone, the house is yours. Well, you don't really expect it to end the way it does. So, yes, I definitely recommend reading it. I can't say enough about it. Even if it's not something like this isn't your cup of tea, please at least try it. and I'm not gushing over it, I'm not trying to encourage it. I really would like to see more people reading books by first-time authors who try their best like he did and actually succeed in a way where their work needs to be out there. I gave, I would give it 5 out of 5 stars because, like I said, he's creative, he's funny, and the book really shows how he is, and especially in his writing style. I love how it says David loves scary stories and currently resides in XYZ town. Um, so yeah, it's in, if you're interested, if you think, well, I'm not sure, it's not that, while it is not that long of a book, just go for it. Just read it. I'm not going to say any more. The one thing that I love the most, and I shouldn't say this because I haven't told him, there is actually a scene where the main character gets attacked by a ghost in a particular room of the house, and I'm dying of laughter because of the way the ghost attacks him. I'm gonna say this, part of an attack is in a bathroom, and I'm just laughing, and I shouldn't have because of the way the attack is done. And man, if you see this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So that's everybody. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. And don't forget A Desperate Bargain by David M. Gill.